I love to see people in places that do this. We have a friend named Mary Beth Kosmeski who travels a lot to New York. And she has made kind of a hobby out of going to all the restaurants owned by a fellow named Danny Meyer. Now, Danny Meyer is an unusual restaurateur in New York. He wrote a wonderful book that I recommend to you that's called Setting the Table. Danny Meyer owns 10 or 11 restaurants in New York, and they range from something as fancy as the Gramercy Tavern to literally a hot dog stand called Shake Shack, where they sell hot dogs and milkshakes, and people line up by the hundreds and hundreds every day. So he employs over 1,000 people in the restaurant business in New York, probably, I would think, pretty close to the most competitive restaurant market in the United States. I mean, so many people up there don't even cook at home. They're always eating out. So the first time Mary Beth's up there at the Gramercy Tavern, which is one of his high-end restaurants, she finishes this lovely meal. And one of the things that Danny has really fostered in the restaurant business, whether it's at the Shake Shack or something fancier, is he says, we're not in the customer service business, we're in the hospitality business. I wonder if you ever thought of yourself at the hospital as being in the hospitality. I wonder if hospital and hospitality might somehow come from the same root, word. Because he says customer service is simply the delivery of a product or service. But hospitality is how we make people feel. There's that word feel again, how we make them feel about that service. Customer service, he said, is a one-way bit of communication. Hospitality is two-way communication. So the waiter talks to Mary Beth and talks about what she's doing there, and she's working. She teaches marketing, and she's working with some financial advisors. They're doing a workshop and so on. And, oh, where are you staying? Oh, I'm staying across the street at the Hilton Hotel, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And when the meal's over, the man comes back, and he brings her check, and then he sets a very beautiful sort of like doggy bag, paper bag down in front of her. She said, oh, I didn't have any leftovers. This must be for another table. He said, no, no, that's not a leftover. That's one of our fresh raisin muffins, raisin applesauce muffins. We just baked them. I thought to myself, wouldn't you much prefer just to be in your room, make a little coffee in that pot in your room tomorrow morning and have this muffin before you even have to get out of your jammies? Yes, yes, I would, yes, yes. You know, just... Suddenly, the $65 or $70 meal, which is probably what it was in New York that night, seemed like a bargain because of that one little wow factor, that one little extra piece of something. So, okay, not saying at the Veterans Hospital of Tampa, Florida, you start giving out muffins, although that would be nice. But what I'm saying is, metaphorically, what's the muffin you can give people? What's that extra little something you can tell that soldier, that sailor, that airman, that Marine, that Coast Guard person? What's that one little piece of something extra that you can give them that's like a muffin? That can be your wow factor. Maybe it's a matter of just a simple touch before they leave. Maybe it's a matter of I remember not at a veterans hospital, but another hospital where I was one time, I mentioned to one of the nurses, I was going to be there a couple of nights, that I like to read Stephen King books, and the next day she came in and brought me one. She had finished and knew I hadn't read and said, here, why don't you take this and just bring it back by the hospital sometime when you're done. I mean, just little stuff like that means so much because it says you were paying attention.